So do you want to get more leads to convert into appointments and then into clients? Well, one of the best ways that you can do that is with email marketing. However, not all emails are the same. Some emails will convert better than others. So what I want to do in this video is show you some of the best types of emails that you can send to your leads in order to maximize your conversions. And I've been sending out emails for over 10 years now to leads in my email list. And I've seen what emails work best and which emails don't work so well when it comes to getting more conversions. And in this video, I'm just going to share with you what I found are the best emails to get the most amount of conversions as quickly as possible. Starting with the results email. So if you have any kind of client testimonials, case studies, or anything that showcases the results that you can get, it's very, very important that you put that into a follow-up email. So yes, on my website, I do have a whole page dedicated to client results. However, I don't just rely on people going to that page and clicking on each testimonial or on each case study one by one. And I recommend that every single case study or testimonial or client success story that you have, I recommend that you split it up into an individual email that you can send to your leads. And out of all the emails that I've sent to leads and potential clients, the ones that I've seen that get the most conversions are the ones that showcase client results. So anytime you showcase client results, it's kind of like showing people proof that you can really do what you say that you do. Now, of course, if you don't have any testimonials, you may in the beginning have to create anonymous case studies. So you might have results that you've got for clients, but you can't share their name for whatever reason. You could still share it as an anonymous result. You could just say we did X and then we got Z results. So you could just say to people what it is that you did. You know, it's not as impactful as actually showing people a real testimonial or a real example, but it still can work very well. Because the reality is sometimes some clients, they just prefer to stay anonymous. And I've got clients like that as well, especially in the early days of my business. Most of my clients did want to stay anonymous, and that's fine. I totally respect that. But if that's the case with you, you can still talk about what you did, but just don't mention any client names or any sensitive information. Now, the next best thing you can do is you can also show a testimonial. So you can say what you did and then actually have a testimonial from a client about what he or she said about working with you. That obviously works better because people can see who said the testimonial, and then that builds up more trust. And then the best one that you can do is have a video testimonial where someone actually records a short video just explaining their experience working with you. And in that video, it goes through what they did before working with you, and then what happened when they worked with you and what was the end result. So obviously a video is a lot more impactful than just a written testimonial, but they can all help. So in my own business, I have a variety of these different emails. I have anonymous case studies, I have client case studies and testimonials, and I have also client video testimonials as well. So I recommend having a mixture of them for best results. Now, the second type of email that you can send is the helpful email. And this is an email where you talk about something that most likely another client or another lead has mentioned to you in the past. And if someone's ever mentioned something to you, it could be a question or it could be maybe an objection. If they've ever mentioned something like that, chances are there's other people on your email list that have the same thoughts or they have the same question. So if you address it for one person that actually said it out loud, chances are there's other people that are thinking it, but they just haven't said it. So it's a very good idea to address that. So for example, one of the emails that I send out in my business talks about how there's so many different ways that you can generate leads these days. There was one lead that told me that they're just overwhelmed with all the different strategies and they just didn't know where to start. So my answer to that person was just start with one channel. You know, you don't have to do 100 different ways to generate leads. You can just start with one channel, get really good results with that one channel. And then if you want to, then you can add another channel and then another channel and so on. But just start with one in the beginning. And then I turned that into an email as well. And then when I sent out that email initially, I had a lot of people who replied back and they said that they really resonated with that email. And I also got appointments booked from that email as well, because again, it resonated with people. And it was all because of that one lead that actually expressed how he or she was feeling out loud. And as a result, I turned that into an email, and it also strike a chord with a lot of other people as well that were also experiencing the same feelings of overwhelmingness with all the different lead generation strategies that are out there. So that's another type of email that you can send to get more conversions. The third type of email that you can send is the blog email. And this is an email where you link to one of your blogs. So if you have a blog that is on your website, and it's a really good blog that you spend a lot of time creating, don't just rely on people to find that blog from Google. You can actually link to that blog from your follow-up emails. So what I typically like to do is I like to talk about the problem that blog talks about. And then in that email, after it's talking about the problem, I'll say, if you'd like to learn about how to solve this problem, then just click here to read the full article. So normally I take the introduction of the blog and then I put that into an email. And then I just put a call to action where they can read the rest of the blog. So that's another way to build up trust with the people, because they go back to your website, they can read your article that you've written. And again, of course, be sure to remember in this email and all the other emails that you send out to people that you also have a call to action to the next step in your sales process. The fourth email that you can send out to people is the video email. And this is a link to your YouTube videos. So YouTube videos are actually a very powerful way to build up trust with people. And in my experience, having a video builds up trust a lot more quicker than just having a written article. So I still include articles because some people don't want to watch videos, but I have seen the vast majority of conversions will happen because of the videos, not because of the blogs. So having a YouTube video where someone can hear you or see you, or even if you don't actually go on camera, but you just share your screen and you still give people some value, that can build up a lot of trust with people. So to send out a video email, again, it's the same principle as the blog email. You just have an introduction that talks about the problem that the video is going to solve. And then if they want to watch the full video and learn how to solve this problem, you have a link to the video. And also what's a good idea is to sometimes include some bullet points of what they'll learn in the video. Now, you don't want to give too much away because if you give too much away in the email, they're not going to click on the video. So you want to build up some curiosity to get them to actually click on the email and go to watch the video that you've recorded. And again, you'll find those videos do a really good job of helping you convert more leads into appointments and into clients. And especially if you don't have any client testimonials yet, if you show people how to solve the problem that they have, this can be a really good alternative to client testimonials until you build up some client testimonials. Because if you show people how to solve a problem that they have, if you actually show them how to do that, that on its own is going to build up trust with them. And that's going to increase the chances that they actually want to work with you, again, to solve the problem that you can help them with. The next email that you can send to get more conversions is what I call the sales email. So this email is a little bit more direct. Now, I don't recommend doing this email all the time. This is something you really just want to do maybe one every 4 emails or maybe once every few months. But the point is, every so often you can have an email that's a little bit more direct and telling people what it is that you do and how you can help them and what are the next steps if they want to learn more. So again, you still want to focus on the problem that you solve, but in the email, the call to action isn't going to be going to a blog or a YouTube video or something like that. The call to action is going to be to go to your calendar or the next step in your sales process where they can most likely schedule a call with you to learn more about how you can help them solve the problem that they have. The next email that you can send to get more conversions is the countdown email. So this is where you have some sort of scarcity. So in other words, you could have something that you're only going to be offering for a limited time. It could be a discount or it could be maybe a payment plan. So if you don't want to give discounts, giving people a payment plan option is a good way for you to have some sort of countdown where they have to take action by a certain date without you having to give a discount for people to do that. But the point is, you want to have something that they can only get for a limited time and they have to take action now. Another way you could do this is if you have some sort of a book to give away. You could say that if you schedule a call with me to learn more about XYZ, you can then get a free copy of this book that I've created for a limited time. It could be a full book that you've written, or it could just be a simple ebook. But the point is, you can give people some sort of bonus or something that entices them to schedule a call now because there is scarcity and because there is that countdown timer where if they don't take action relatively soon, then the offer is going to expire. So for best results, you want to email leads fairly often, because if you don't email them very often, what can happen is the leads can forget about you. And if they receive an email from you once a month or once every few months, they might forget who you are, and then they might think this is spam because I don't even remember who you are anymore. And I would recommend for best results to email your leads once or twice a week. So whether it's once or twice a week just depends on how much email content you have to actually send to people. But in the beginning, for most people, usually it's once a week. It's usually a good starting point, and then you can kind of go from there. So once a week, what you can do is you can have one email that covers one of those email types that I just mentioned. So you could have one client testimonial video 1 week, or you could have one blog email, or one helpful email, or one YouTube video email, and so on. Those are usually the main emails that you want to do. And if you do that every week over a period of time, you'll see that you get more and more conversions. And you'll notice that the leads that convert, when you look back, have been receiving emails for months, sometimes even years, before they finally converted. So in my experience, because I've been doing this for so long, and I've been sending emails to leads for such a long time, even today, I'm still getting leads that have converted 2, 3, 4, 5 years or more down the line. And it's all because of those follow-up emails. So if I would have stopped emailing leads, I would have missed out on so many clients simply because I didn't follow up anymore. So it's very important that you keep following up with leads, with the understanding that leads can sometimes take time to convert. You know, some leads do always convert relatively quickly, but depending on what it is that you're selling, and depending on maybe the price tag, all of those variables can affect how much trust someone would need before they actually go to the next step in your sales process. So the point is, the longer that you follow up with leads, the more conversions that you'll get over a period of time. So in your own business, if you haven't followed up with your leads in a while yet, or maybe you've just been following up with them just using the same email again and again and again, I would recommend testing some of the emails I've gone through in this video to see how that affects your conversion rate. And you may be pleasantly surprised that it might just take 1 or 2 extra emails like this just to get someone to move to the next step in your sales process and take that next step to actually work with you. And by the way, even if a lead books an appointment with you, but they don't yet convert, don't stop emailing them. Still email them until they're actually a client. And in fact, even after they're a client, it doesn't mean you then have to stop emailing them. I still email my clients because that's how I get referrals. By emailing clients, I stay at the top of their mind, and as a result, they refer me to other people that also need my services, because I'm always on the top of their mind, because I'm always emailing them every week. Make sure that you have an automatic email sequence that goes out every week to email your leads in order to maximize your conversions. And if you'd like to learn more about ways you can maximize your conversions, be sure to watch my free masterclass training. I'll include a link in the description of this video. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.